Once upon Earth lived happy humans full of curiosity. As man began to grow, their greed grew as well. Mankind began manipulating atoms around them to make life easier to live. As their knowledge grew, the Earth began to weaken. As they began to innovate, new ideas, electronic products came into the world, taking over mankind's everyday lives and the Earth. As electronic products began surplusing, e-waste increased. Electronic waste or e-waste is a term for electronic products that have become unwanted, non-working, or obsolete, and have essentially reached the end of their useful life. Because technology advances at such a high rate, many electronic devices become trash only after a few short years of use. E-waste is most prevalent in the US and China, and most of the landfill is sent to Africa or Asia. How does e-waste affect the Earth? E-waste has become an issue of serious concern to environmentalists as a growing number of electronic items are discarded in landfills every year. Many consumers are not aware that electronics like computers and cell phones contain toxins that can lead into the soil and damage the environment. E-waste has become an issue of serious concern to environmentalists as a growing number of electronic items are discarded in landfills every year. Many consumers are not aware that electronics like computers and cell phones contain toxins that can lead into the soil and damage the environment. The heavy metals in e-waste such as lead and mercury pose serious environmental and health risks. Many consumers are trained to think of things like cathode ray tubes as dangerous articles that require special disposal. Most do not connect cell phones as a heavy toxic metal that can cause severe damage to the lungs. In addition to the toxins, it contains also a very long time to biodegrade, which means it will be taking up most of landfill space for centuries, meaning less space on Earth. E-waste is a serious issue that not many people take into consideration. As it continues to increase, we'll be seeing a lot more toxic waste and medical issues. Do what you can now and prevent e-waste. Well, what can be considered e-waste? Personal electronic devices such as phones, laptops, TV, monitors, or, in this case, a very old hose buzzer that no longer works. How can the effects of e-waste be prevented? Well, we can simply recycle and reuse. Most of the components of e-waste can be reused and recycled for materials. Cell phones and other electronic devices contain precious metals such as gold and silver. The US alone throws away phones with $60 million worth of gold and silver yearly. Nowadays, businesses go for the money and continuously come out with new electronic devices so fast that consumers are throwing away devices left and right. That is why you should value your electronic device instead of doing this. If it no longer works, or if it's too old, instead of throwing it away, stop right there. Just make someone's day and give them your old phone instead.